What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and that's a dry erase. Okay, I just want to keep up where my dry erase stuff goes compared to other things. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. We're at what 8:30 here on the East Coast, 5:30 on the West Coast. A few things going on today. Sadly, in the world of country music, I don't know. What's up, Chris? Tabletop Sports Delaware, Chris. I haven't seen him in a while. Nice to see him. And country music world, Joe Diffie, Texas Size Heartache. If I die, if I fall against the jukebox, I die, something like that. Tribe Fan, what's going on? He passed away from the COVID virus, COVID-19. Today, 61 years old. Always been a big Joe Diffie fan. He sang about the John Deere Green tractor, and always liked him. Always liked him. Um, oh yeah, gas prices. We got to check in on the gas prices today. Our last check-in, what was we looking at last time we saw it? Go back to our last time, and that was, well, let me tell you what day it was. It was on uh, Thursday. Thursday. So 204 in Delaware. The last time I checked in with you was Thursday. It was 145.9. 145.9. And this has been a sharp decline. That was Thursday. Only a week ago Thursday, it was 159.9. 159.9. Tribe Fan saw BP near where he gets on the train for 129. Um, I fill up daily now. If I drive 20 miles, I'll fill up just due to the fact over fear that they're going to start limiting how much fuel we can use. Filled up today, and I only just need a little bit. 139.9. Let's see if you guys can see it. 139.9 today. How about that? Not too bad. 139.9. You can't see. Both of my camera angles are really bad. This is really terrible. So you can't even see 139 there. So that's a trash. All right, move to the trash. Yes. And then, but this one you can actually read this one a little bit. 139.9. You can read that one a little bit better. Really a rookie deal of taking pictures there. But yeah, 139.9 from the time that the coronavirus started. Here it was 177. So it's almost went down 40 cents already. They're saying by the end of April we could see 110, or less than $1.10, which would be crazy. The last time we saw it under $1 here was right after 9/11. 9/11. It was right at around November 20 or 2001. 2001. We saw it under $1 here in my area for like a week. A couple of weeks right before Thanksgiving, it was 99.9. 139.9 still hits records though. It's been 2003. What's up, Interzone? What's going on? First time I've seen you in a few days. First time we have seen 139.9 since 2003. 17 years. So, yeah, when we stumbled across it today, 139.9, 17 years. Doing pretty good. So 139.9, and it's went down 70 cents, 40 cents since almost 40 cents since the coronavirus outbreak. Like I was telling them a minute ago, sad news in the world of country music. Joe Diffie, the guy that sang John Deere Green, prop me up beside the jukebox if I die. He passed away today from the coronavirus, 61 years old. We don't know how long he'd been fighting the virus, but obviously it's getting the best of a lot of folks. It really is getting the best of a lot of folks. Now, I know a lot of you out there are getting tired of watching Rob's boxing matches, and this person's this, and this person's that, this person's that. Maybe you want some real stuff. Fills up his boots with sand. That's it. Fills up his boots with sand. There's a guy in New Jersey. He's got to be probably in his 20s, maybe as old as 30 years old. I don't think he's any older than probably 25. And he is something to watch. I don't know exactly. He's never said exactly what city he's in Jersey. But he rides this damn thing called a paramotor. Okay? Now, I've seen the type where you actually sit down in and got wheels on it. You get a little start, like a glider or whatever, and get going. Oh, hell no. This thing, your feet dangle off of it. You've got yourself a big motor, looks like a fan right on your back. And you got like a, kind of like a kite, but catching the wind, whatever, above you. So if you cut the motor off, you can still, because you're pulling a string the whole time. Paramotor. That's what it's called. I had to write this down because I didn't even know what it was called. I've been watching this guy for about 2 days on YouTube. Check it out. He took his mom for a ride. I mean, this guy, and you're thinking, okay, well, this is pretty cool. You got to watch him, though. And I mean, the guy has a set on him. And let me tell you why I say that. He'll fly 2 feet off the ground. Looks like he's going 70 miles an hour. Fly across, and the next thing you know, start zooming up like this. It really can't go that fast unless he kind of, dive bombs. I mean, the guy has guts. And I mean, he'll go through cornfields and stuff out there in Jersey. Well, anyway, he said, hey, Mom, why don't we go up above the clouds? I watched this one earlier. He's got clouds up under him. Now, I don't know the situation about airplanes up there. You would think that would come into play, especially that close to Philly, Atlantic City, not that far from New York. I don't know exactly. And he's had some FAA problems, I think, in the past. But it's so fun to watch. Just put Paramotor. Put that on your YouTube. Paramotor. You got to watch this guy. I mean, he'll go to the park. He don't have enough room in his house to land. And he'll say, why don't we go to McDonald's today? And he'll find a place like, it looks like no room at all. And he'll say, okay, let me walk over and grab a burger real quick and come back. And these people, everybody's making over him because, man, they're like, what the hell just come down and landed, right? And you land on your feet. But I think right before you land, you kind of jerk it or whatever up a little bit so you don't have all that pressure on your knees and legs and stuff. Next thing you know, you just kind of, and it looks cool as everything. I would be scared to get up in one just because I'd be scared, doing it. But he is cool hand Luke. He'd get over top of Atlantic City Expressway. It looks like it's going crazy with traffic and just wave to people and just do whatever. He'll get beside them on the highways, wave to them. And I mean, as much as they can see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You got to check his channel out. If you get bored watching the same old stuff every day on YouTube, check it out. He's got a lot from a couple of years ago up till now. It's like, yeah, let me fly to Wawa. I want to go get a cup of coffee. Let's go to McDonald's. And he lands right there, not on the, the pavement part, but right there in the grass right next to it. And he has to watch out for power lines, just all sorts of stuff. He has to take into account the wind, how it's going and everything. But he is a pro at it. So if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Paramotor, Paramotor, Paramotor. I think you'll like it. It's a lot of fun. My channel had a few boxing matches the last few days, and they've went over pretty well. I hope you guys, anybody that's wanting to see some more matches, will let me know. Looks like the lightweight matches are the most popular, and it's funny. More people would rather watch two guys that don't have any punching power to see if somebody pulls one out of the hat than they had two guys who can just slug it, because you probably know it's not going to go too far. It's so fun. I get people all the time say, find two guys that with no punching power, or find two guys with good chins or bad chins or whatever, to let them go against each other, just see how bad they can beat each other up. But yeah, I had a guy with a punching power of 1 knock down a guy early. He didn't knock him out, but he knocked him down. It would have been so funny if he had knocked him out, but he did not do that. But it was still funny. And punching power of 1's that's always fun to watch if they're able to pull one off like that. Let's see. Presidents kind of pushed things back all the way to April 30th now. Nothing really going on. I don't know how many of you guys are still having to report to work. I have some people in my family still having to report to work daily, still have to go to their jobs, come home on a daily basis. So I kind of feel for them. Me and my wife are here every day now. My mom and dad, they're stowed away now. I don't see them now. So we have our agreement to, if you need something, we'll go get it. They stay put. So they're not still working. Spark plugs are essential. We got you there. We got you. And that's me by choice going into the office. Yeah, Tribe fan, when you go into the office, how many people, let's say, work within 50 feet of you? 100 people, 5 people, 2, 3 people, 20 people? Like in an office space, how many people would be there in an average day now? G Puck, what's going on? And that's the thing. The main thing is, man, every time you walk by a restroom, walk inside. Go to the restroom, wash your hands, especially. Just wash your hands. You're not going to have, and this is my bad thing right here. This is my bad thing. I'm going to my face all the time, rubbing my eyes or something. I know it's a bad thing. Friday, 5 people on my floor total that I can see. Oh, okay. Not a lot going on there then. Don Huston, welcome. Welcome one and all. I hope you guys caught my boxing match from earlier today. If you didn't catch me and Interzone colliding 2 or 3 days ago, it was really good. The New England Patriots Cam Newton situation, a real good thing. I think that one starts about when I was talking about clowns and in my area and stuff like that. But it ended up really becoming a video that I'm proud of, because we really just had, we all had fun with it. I checked in with gas prices a minute ago. Anybody not here a little while ago have any idea what my gas prices are today? Tabletop Delaware Tribe fan, you guys were here. And the new guys that just arrived, any idea how much my gas was? Butt burned. Back inside, rolling some out, but night all. Be safe. Have a good one there, Chris. Have a good one. We'll go in tomorrow. Only about 5 people total. You be safe about it, Don. Yeah, we fill up with gas. Once we get down to 3/4 of a tank, we fill back up. That's just the way me and my wife are now. And I found it for this price today. Anybody going to venture a guess? Only if you weren't here earlier. If you were here earlier, don't venture a guess, because you know how much it was. But yeah, we were able to pay this price today for it. Um, yeah, I was also talking about, if you want to venture your guess, do that. There's a guy on YouTube now that has this thing like a big motor and like a kite or whatever thing right above his head. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. Call it a paramotor. Check it out. It's fun to watch. It's a great video he has. He'll fly it across he'll be talking into it while he's all right, let's do this way. Let's make it spin around circles, stuff like that. I'll show you the price in just a minute. But if you want to check it out, something new on YouTube, not boring. It's real, nothing dirty about it. Tucker Gott, you got him. That's it. You got it. You got it. Tucker Gott's channel. But if you would just, and this guy's from New Jersey, Paramotor, Paramotor, Tucker Gott. That's his name. He's down in New Jersey. He flies these things, and I mean, a 20-some-year-old kid. And I mean, it's not like, he just is just as calm natured as anything. 3, 5, 7,000 feet in the air. It's awesome to watch. So Don, if you get a chance, G Puck, if you get a chance, definitely do that. Check that channel out. $139.9. $139.9 is what we paid today. So it's going down. It keeps going down. The lowest it's been here in Virginia since 2003. $139.9. If it gets as low as they say it could, by the end of April, it could be $109.9. That would be the lowest since 2002. So 2001, just after 9/11, we reached 99.9. So we're almost on a 20-year anniversary of less than $1 gas. G Puck says it's pouring down rain where he's at with thunder going crazy. Still over $2, $2.29 there where G Puck is. Let's look at the radar. Let's look at the radar, guys. First off, I got to do this. Current temperature. All right. Current temperature here, we're talking 10 minutes of 9. Okay. We're in Virginia. We're not in Florida. Okay. We're not in Puerto Rico. We're not in Texas, guys. We're in Virginia. Almost friggin' 9 o'clock. First week of spring. First week of spring. And it's getting to be 9 o'clock. And it's 74 degrees out right now. And it feels 74. What was the high today here in Virginia? How about 88? We reached 88 degrees March the 29th. 88. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with that picture. I know it is. It's crazy. But 88 degrees. It was probably right around 3:30, 4 o'clock today. 88. Wind was blowing like crazy, and it was actually a comfortable day, except for a lot of trees were falling down. I mean, the wind was really blowing. And one of the major highways, quote unquote, major highways from where I live, and if I wanted to go to DC or somewhere like that, going that way, the southbound lane, not the northbound lane. If I wanted to go back toward North Carolina, but it's still north of me, so it wouldn't really affect me unless I'm going to drive around first. Tree was blocking both lanes of a 4-lane highway today, and they were backed up for a ways. And they were actually chopping it with an axe. They didn't even have a chainsaw. I felt bad for them. And but that's crazy. Tribe Fan says high 68 with wind and rain tomorrow. Knock 20 degrees off it. Oh yeah. Anytime you know Ohio, you got to watch that stuff. In Cleveland, do I see the Colts going far this season? You guys know how I feel about Phillip Rivers. 55 here was the high. High was 59. We had storms yesterday. Yeah, I know the Midwest has been getting a lot of storm. You've been getting a lot of stuff. Interzone, I'm not the one to ask. Let's ask the other folks in chat. What do you think? What do you think, guys, about the Colts? What do you think about the Colts? I'm not a fair one to ask. I'm not a Phillip Rivers fan. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Let's see. Weather radar. Let's see what's going on in the world. All right. Local weather radar. There we go. But I can move it around and all that. I know it wasn't raining here in the area a little while ago. The wind's been blowing like crazy, though. 20, 25, 15, 20 now, maybe. Let's work our way up north. Let's see what's happening. We'll work our way a little bit Midwest first. Needs to follow Eli Manning into the sunset. That's what Tribe Fan says. I don't know. I'm not the fair one to do, because I've said all along I'm very, very vocal on Phillip Rivers. I don't like him. I don't like his leadership skills. A lot of things about him I don't like. I don't like his attitude. Never have. But I may be unfair to him. So, when you start getting to the point where you really, really dislike a quarterback, you probably shouldn't ask that person, because probably am not very, very fair about it. But you got people in chat to tell you what they think. Tribe Fan, definitely will tell you. A lot of rain going on in Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Wow, a lot of stuff. Indiana looks okay right now. Indiana, Illinois. Let's see, right there, Ohio, northern part of Ohio, just below Toledo. It looks like there's going to be some rain there. I can't see the wind on this. Now, if you're going to go into New York, let's see, Albany, you just got a storm. Boy, oh boy. Let's see, who's it going toward? Bennington? Is that in New York? I guess it is. Or Bennington, Mass. Oh, man, it's a mean storm right there heading that way. Toward Peterborough, Keene, Hinsdale, anywhere in that area, Greenfield, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire, heading that way. Mean storms. I mean, some mean ones. Let's see. What's that lake up there? What the hell is that lake called? Up there near the White Mountains. What is that lake called? Plains? No, it's not called Plains Lake. It's up in New York. I actually thought it was one of the Great Lakes. Caught me in my dumbass mode there one day. What's the name of that lake up there? It's a nice sized lake too. You got to drive around that bad boy, or it may be a ferry that goes around across it sometime. But what is the name of that lake up there? I can't think of it. Anybody know? Somebody in Vermont, New York has to know about it. It's kind of upstate New York, not too far. Severe thunderstorm warnings here in Massachusetts. G-Puck, up there in New York, what is the name of that lake up there? Let me see. Lake George? No, it's not called Lake George. It's called something else. Huge lake in New York. Huge lake in New York. What the hell? Not Lake Erie. No, damn it. What is it called? It's sitting right there on the state line. I think it's in New York. It ain't Seneca Lake either. If I know it, if I seen it, I would know it. Map of New York State. Now, when I get caught doing this stuff, then it makes me look like a dumbass, a bigger dumbass than I am. It's right on the state line there. What is it? Is it Lake George? I don't want to say it's Lake Georgia. Lake Champlain. Lake Champlain. I think that's it. Lake Champlain. That's not one of the Great Lakes, but that's a huge ass lake. Lake Champlain. Not Superior. No, it's not one of the Great Lakes. It's right there on the edge of New York and Vermont. That's what it's called, Lake Champlain. Goes all the way up to the Canadian border. Most of it's in Vermont, but it's a state line too. Yeah, man, that's a big ass lake. That is a big lake. We actually, when we came back from Vermont, I mean from Maine, we cut across there and went right the side of it and went down. Went down. I think we went around by Saratoga Springs and all through there. Some beautiful country up there, man. Vermont, the White Mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire. Beautiful, man. They are such beautiful mountains. Yeah. G Puck says his relatives live on. That's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, I've only been there once. I've only been there once. We went up 81, went to right at the New York state line, Johnson City, New York. What's another little town with? What's that town with Johnson City? As soon as you're getting out of Pennsylvania, we stopped there to sleep overnight, and then we cut across and started going east and north a little bit more. What is that right there? Town next to Johnson City, New York. Drawing a blank today. Binghamton. We went there, spent the night, and then went the rest of the way up to Maine. That was just a fun thing. Rented a Yukon, not a Yukon Denali, GMC Yukon or something like that. One of these big bad boys. 4 people was in it. It looked like it was driving an airplane and going up the highway. But it was a lot of fun. That was in June of 2018. A lot of fun. Big shout out to the representatives here in the state of Virginia. Okay, there's nothing to do, no place to go, and they're making it possible if you are sports inclined. You do like to get outside and do something. The golf courses, the public golf courses in the state of Virginia will stay open. No pairing up, no threesomes, no foursomes, only solos. 1 alpha tee, go. 1 alpha tee, go. 1 alpha tee, and go. That's the way they're playing it. So they're not going to make a killing off of us if we go play. But in the state of Virginia, big shout out to them. I'm like, I love to play golf. And, if you need something, and this one in here loves to drive. She loves to drive the golf cart. She's excellent at it. She's a good driver. Does very well. So I love going with her to the golf course where she'll just be like, where did you hit it to? I'll drive that way. Are they having restrictions on using the bunker rakes? I don't know that now. I may have to ask about that. They may even give you special gloves. I don't know. Tri-Fan. Do you play a lot of golf? I don't play a lot of golf, but I like to play. But I enjoy it. If the weather's going to be crappy, I want to get out and try to do something if we can. Fishing, state of Virginia, something I'm not crazy about, but I kind of respect them for it. Over the last 4 or 5 years, they haven't had opening day for trout season. They stock it. You can go fishing. As long as you got a fishing license and a trout license, you can go fishing anytime daylight, from the time daylight comes to the time it gets dark. Anytime. I don't care. June, May, September, December, February. It doesn't matter. You can go fishing every day. You can go trout fishing every day if you want to. Until just after the coronavirus came out, they had a list every day of the places they're stocking. That day, up to that point, we've stocked that. I think Ohio has restrictions on it. Never played real golf. Oh, okay. No flags on the greens. Wow. you don't even think about stuff like that. You know, it's crazy though. It is nuts. But just up until the last 2 or 3 weeks, they would always post it. Let's say today, for instance, let's say today was a Tuesday. They would put on there 3/29/00, 20, or 3/29/2020, and Lake Creek, Johnson's Creek, and whatever county stock today, and they'll have a list of it. That way, if you go fishing there, that they recently put fish in that creek. They've stopped it. I kind of give them big ups for that. And I'll tell you why. Anytime they post it online that we're stocking this, we just stocked this creek, where you normally would go a quarter mile, half mile, and not see a soul. If they know they've stocked it, you may run into 5, 10 people. Okay, well, I brought my little boy with me, and we decided to go fishing today. And you got people kind of mixing around and all, by not knowing when they're stocking. I can understand that. So, state of Virginia, they're keeping me proud here. They really are doing a very, very good job, and big ups to them. I don't have anything but all the respect in the world for these government officials. They got a hard job to do. They got to make decisions for us that are good for us, but yet they don't want to constrict us to the point to where we don't have any air and can't breathe. They want to make it safe, yet they want to make it livable. And big ups to them for that. Big question marks, huge question marks for Virginia Tech and Liberty University. They both are having their kids go back to the classes. Now, I think some of it may be, quote unquote, voluntary. Okay. But they're still getting thousands of kids coming back to these schools. I don't like it at all. I don't think it's a good thing. If public schools are out, which every public school in the state of Virginia is done for the year, finito, done. If that's the case, why can't we do something? I mean, internet is right there in front of us. Every college kid has a computer. Do what they have to do online. Don't make them come back face to face with 10,000 other people. And I realize, okay, well, our state rules say you can't have over 100 in a class. Walking from point A to point B, how many people are they going to pass on their way? I don't like it. So Virginia Tech, as much of a Hokie fan as I am, big boos to you. I'm not happy at all about that. I give you a big D- for that. I just don't understand what you're doing. There's no sense in it. Going back, not a good idea. Should be online right now. We didn't have that option 35 years ago. We didn't all have a computer where we could go online. When I was in high school, hell, we still had typing class. Well, now everything's keyboarding and this and this. And my brother's only 8 years younger than me. He said, "Oh, when I went to school, we had keyboarding. We could fix up, any mistake we made, and then go to the thing, hit the printer, click, 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 go over there and print it off." Where if you messed it up when I was a kid or when I was in the high school, you had to use that liquid ink or whatever, sit there and talk to the girls for 5 minutes, then go back to typing again. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it was. But so, there's no way in the world they should be back in school right now. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I wish that they could get something out there to us new sports wise. If anybody could come up with an idea, believe me, white out. Yeah. Believe me, I would go to some of these channels and I would tell people, look, come up with throw this idea out there. Bounce it off the wall and see if somebody will listen to it. Some of the horse racing tracks now, they're closing down. They're shutting them down. So, I haven't had my TV on all weekend. My wife, I think, watched a little bit last night, but I haven't really watched any TV. I sit there and fall asleep, but and she can tell, she can vouch for that one. But really, I really haven't done any watching TV. I like westerns, but after a while, westerns get old to watch.
And yet we go to sleep every night with this Bat Masterson song going through my head 50,000 times.
Before I go to bed at night, I have to watch an episode of Bat Masterson. I don't count sheep. I count Bat Masterson episodes before I go to bed.
So annoying.
So annoying. She don't like him at all.
No, yeah. I do like it. It's just
my man with the cane.
Hear it 5,000 times in a row.
He's got a cane and a derby hat because his name is
Bat Masterson.
Bat Masterson. She knows I love watching that. I enjoy it. That's my favorite. He's my favorite western to watch. Cheyenne is okay. Bat Masterson is it though. Bat Masterson is if I can't ever watch another western again, don't take that one from me. Okay, don't take that one from me. I enjoy watching, and he only had 3 seasons is all. So after a while, you go back, 120 episodes or 115 episodes. After a while, it doesn't take long before you get back around, but that's all right. I'll watch them again. I love watching that show. It's enjoyable. I enjoy it. There's only certain shows we watch together. Shameless, she and I'll watch that. If you guys have never watched that show before, trust me, if you've got Showtime right now, if you've got Showtime and you've never watched Shameless, you won't be tired. You won't have nothing you want to do for the next 3 weeks, but catch up on Shameless. Binge watch. Oh dear Lord. That show, if you think anybody out, if you think your family or your neighbors have problems, watch that clan of crazies. It is nuts. It's crazy, funny as hell. It's just, you have to sit and watch it for a while just to believe this, this is a real TV show. It's awesome. I love to watch it. I liked the one with HBO. What was that with the gangsters? What was that one? Sopranos. Sopranos was good. I like Shameless Butter. Sopranos was good though. I enjoyed that. Big ups to AEW Wrestling. Big ups to them. I've been very, very critical to AEW. I'm always critical of WWE. But AEW for some of the things they've been doing. Last couple of weeks, they've really, really picked up steam. They're rolling pretty good now. They look like they're doing the right thing. Keep the empty arena matches going. You're doing okay. WWE, if you haven't seen the news lately, Vince is selling off more of his stock. He's selling some more of his stock out. It's only a matter of time. Maybe HBO. You can go to regular HBO. You can go to regular HBO. What is that we watching on?
On demand.
On demand. HBO on demand has The Sopranos now, Tribe fan. You can watch The Sopranos right now. HBO on demand if you have Comcast. Just started season 1 of Starsky and Hutch again. Now, Starsky and Hutch, are we talking back 78? Or are we talking the 2015, 2014 season, Don? Or are we talking about the old guys? Never seen The Wire. Oh, you don't have Comcast. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, on Comcast, I can sit there. I can start Sopranos season 77. Yeah, that's the old Starsky and Hutch. Wow. Now, how much is it costing you, Don? I mean, are we talking like $12.99 a season or $25 a season, or did you just buy the DVDs? Yeah, Tribe fan, with Comcast, HBO, virtually anything they've had in the last 20 years, they're letting it roll now on demand, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. on DVD, no cable or dish, everything. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Since we've been living here, me and the wife have never hooked up a DVD or VCR, anything like that. So we pretty much just watch whatever's on demand offered to us. But we get pretty good deals, so we don't argue too much about that. We get Showtime, Cinemax, Stars, all that. So it's 400 and some channels. I don't know. The only thing about it is, this: our TV says, quote unquote, it's HD. So Sanford's, hey, you know what? Sanford Son is offered on demand. I can sit and watch that one too. I like Sanford Son. All in the Family's not. All in the Family's not. Oh my gosh, Archie Bunker, is he not? Is he not a gem of the 70s? Anybody disagree with me there? Archie Bunker, the most politically incorrect person you could find on the face of this earth in the last 40 years. And how many people right now, if it came on, I don't care what color you are, would sit there and watch them and laugh their asses off. Archie was funny. All in the Family was just a funny damn show. I loved it. He may offended you, but me, oh my God, I could sit and watch it all the time. Oh my goodness. You can't repeat much of what he says because he's so off the wall, but my gosh, he was so funny. I loved watching that. Oh my goodness. That was the gem of gem shows almost. Watching All in the Family. Yeah. Well, there's the dingbat. She's earned her wings. Now All in the Family is on Pluto TV, which I have on my phone. I love it. I love watching it. Yeah. He would go off on his wife. There, yep, there's a dingbat earning her wings again. You had to love that. You had to love that. I'm sorry. It's so funny. And if you watched him later in life, if you watched the show like in his 12th, 11th, 10th season, 9th season, yeah. Remember when Edith died and they had that little girl they were watching, they were fostering or something, and he was explaining to her that, Aunt Edith died. And he's sitting on the bed, and I mean, him and her just sitting there crying. I mean, come on. If that don't just right here, just hits you right in the gut. It's like, you know what kind, you can't be a better actor than that. Even though they did one-off shows with All in the Family with Woody Harrelson as Archie, I think. Oh, really? Now, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Yeah. He was one heck of an actor. Look at what he did over his career. I mean, he was a law enforcement guy in Georgia with his actual son that ended up committing suicide while they were on the show. Something Through the Night. Into the Night. In the Heat of the Night. Yeah. In the Heat of the Night. His actual son was on this show. And I don't know if it was during tapings of the show or something like that. Yeah, In the Heat of the Night. But Carroll O'Connor's son was on the show, and during one of the seasons, he committed suicide, killed himself. Sure did. I don't know his son's name, but he was I think he was one of the deputies on the show. Never watched the show, never watched it. But I could tell that he was good. He played the part well. I may have watched it a couple times, but I knew him as Archie. So some people you just can't flip a switch and say, okay, this guy's no longer, Archie Bunker. Gomer, for instance. Remember Gomer on what was that? Marine Corps, USMC, Gomer Pyle or whatever, and Andy Griffith Show. Gomer can never be anything but Gomer to me. You can put him wherever. Now you can put him in front of a microphone and let him sing all day. The guy could sing his ass off. But as far as acting, he was, you couldn't sit there and watch him act and do anything else. The Heat of the Night, good show. Bubba played quarterback for the Packers in '76. Hugh was Carlson. Okay, Hugh. Okay. Yeah. I knew. I didn't know what his son's name was, but I knew his son passed away. But yeah. Carroll O'Connor. What was Golden Pyle's real name? He was from Indiana. Because he always sang "My Home in Indiana" before the Indy 500. Oh, my Lord, the guy could sing. Jim Neighbors. Jim Neighbors? Yep, Jim Neighbors. That was his name. Oh, my Lord, the guy could sing. He could carry the tune, that's for sure. But he couldn't act no other place for me. You could put him on whatever, but he was always Gomer. There's certain ones that's that way, Now, hey, but Deputy Fife, the one that played Barney Fife, he could play some Don Knotts. He could play in some of those old funny westerns, and he was always good. He was always pretty good. He wasn't too bad. Jaleel White as Urkel. Yeah. Don Knotts. Now, Don Knotts, his worst thing ever was when he went on Three's Company, and he became the the guy downstairs that kept the kid. Yeah, he was the guy that landlord. He was terrible on that show. I'm sorry. Yeah, he moved in after Roper left. But come on, folks. Who was better there, Mr. Roper or Mr. Furley? Roper or Furley, folks? I think we will get a perfect vote on that one. Roper or Furley? Who was the man? To me, I loved Barney Fife when he played on a lot of things. But oh my gosh, when I sit there and watch Three's Company, Stanley. Don Heston liked Furley the best. Oh wow, really? How about the rest of you guys? I like Roper better. Oh, I liked Roper. He would do something, make fun of somebody, and then look right and cry. I'm gonna try to do it. Look in the camera and go, that laugh. Oh my God, I loved it. My dad will not watch that show. He hated it. He never liked. I liked Roper. Oh, you liked Roper better too? I liked Roper better. Oh my gosh, he was so funny, man. He was so funny. He was. Oh man, he was just such a good. He was a good actor all the way around, and just when he turned, he was so funny. Now I tell you, he uses a camera to where he does that little angle and laughs and stuff. But there is one guy that's been on TV in the past, and he played, and you guys might be able to figure it out on one of the shows where he was a detective. Okay, this guy was a detective, and every time he would go figure it out, he would be like, "And we got him again." Anybody have any idea who I'm talking about? I can't do it good as he could, but right at the end, and we got our man. Not Fred Dryer. No, haven't seen that show in years. Mr. Roper, he was awesome. Nope, not Fred Dryer. No, it wasn't that far back. Not Hunter. Not Hunter. My wife cannot stand this guy. Let me help you out. Redheaded. Yeah. Take those glasses off. I think we got our man. She hated him. David Caruso. That's it. You got it. David Caruso.
Like, who do I hate? I don't hate them.
We got what?
I don't hate them.
Oh yeah. She doesn't like him at all. Really, wife? You don't hate him?
I don't. He was annoying because he always had those stupid glasses on, but I wouldn't say that I hated him.
She didn't have any use for him.
You're a weirdo.
Oh my gosh. But me and her met about the time Caruso was still doing his show. And she always said, he's just a pain in the ass. And every time at the end of the show, he always looks at the camera. And I never even thought about it. I never had even given it any thought. But she was like, yep, I like Caruso. I always liked him. He was on what, NYPD Blue?
No, she was on
No?
CIS.
No, before that. Before
CSI.
CSI, he was on another show. South Park made fun of him in their pilot episode. Stan told his adopted brother to do an impersonation of Caruso's career. Oh my gosh. He was on another show before CSI. He was on NYPD Blue. I thought so. Yeah. I think I liked him better on NYPD Blue, better than CSI. I've never been a big CSI person. But NYPD Blue, look at who all they went through. I mean, they had Caruso, and then what's old Silver Spoons? What's his name? Ricky Schroeder. See, I can't take Rick. Yeah, Mark Paul Gosselaar. Yeah, but Ricky Schroeder. I'm sorry, I can't take Ricky Schroeder serious. I remember seeing him when he was 4 years old. He's hard to take serious. Mark Paul Gosselaar. Who was that cute girl that was on there? She was on soap operas too. I can't think of her. Huh?
Tiffany Thiessen.
Not Tiffany Thiessen. No, that wasn't her name. What was her name? Let me think of that. I can't think of it because I don't know. I have no idea. Actress on NYPD Blue.
Oh, well, NYPD. Oh, I don't know who that was.
Kim Delaney. That was her name. Kim Delaney. Also Charlotte Ross. She was pretty good too. Both of them was pretty good on that show. Yeah. I liked both of them. They pretty good actresses, but like I say, Mark. And then who was the guy that was balding? He was the lead guy. Lead actor, NYPD Blue. Dennis Franz. Yeah. Yeah. He was good. Yeah. It was, but I liked it better when Caruso was the head man and then Franz was kind of behind him. Franz eventually ended up being the chief, not the chief, but detective or head detective or something like that. It was all right then. Still comes on night times on H&I, Heroes and Icons, something like that. I forgot what channel exactly it comes on, but it still comes on at nights. So many shows you won't believe. 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s still come on. Even from the 50s. Hell, you can still watch Leave It to Beaver if you want to. You can still watch the Beverly Hillbillies. Good old Jethro. What are we having for breakfast, Granny? Possum innards. I'm from the South. Possum innards. Okay. All right. Possum innards. That's just over the damn top. So funny. Recap of what we had going on a little earlier. Don't forget, I had a boxing match earlier today. Actually, I had two earlier today. Let's see, what was I? if you want to try to find some new stuff on YouTube, clean, cut, language is fine. Very interesting to watch. Paramotor, Paramotor, paramotoring. Let me see if I can find that guy's name again. He had the name up just a little while ago. Tucker Gott. Okay, Tucker Gott. I'll even put it up there. Tucker Gott. That's his channel, and it's really good. It's really interesting. He took his mom up 10,000, I don't know, 10,000 feet in the air, above the clouds anyway, way up, and she was enjoying it. They were talking, not screaming. Got the microphones in front of them. Okay, Mom, you drive it a little bit, whatever. It was awesome. He leaves the park and says, I want to go get something at McDonald's. Flies to McDonald's. Stuff like that. He's in New Jersey. Fun to watch. He's got a few videos up, and most of them's an hour. He's even got some from the time you take off till the time he lands. He doesn't really say anything. He said that he calls them relaxing videos. So if you want to sit on the couch, watch something, relax, you watch him take off and watch him all the way till he lands. He may say, okay, now we're going to land or something, but he doesn't say very much. So it's very, very soothing, very calming. Rest in peace, Joe Diffie, 61 years old, country music singer, another person victim of COVID-19, sadly, 61 years old. And it's just a shame. It's just a shame. Let's hope and pray before you go to bed tonight, just a little prayer, even if 5 seconds, that they can find some kind of way to get rid of this evil thing before it's over with. I mean, soon. We just need it to be done and over with. Prayers out to each and every one of you folks. Send me one, send me and my wife one too, if you will. Stay indoors unless you can sit on your porch and be safe. 10 feet away. They're saying 6 feet. Say 10 feet away, though, but be twice as safe. Just try to enjoy life as much as you can enjoy it in the shapes that we're in right now. We're really getting tested now. We're right here at the end of March. We're getting nice weather. We're going to try to get some nicer weather. You folks that have some thunder and lightning going on tonight, sit inside, hunker down. Think about everybody right now that's got sunshine outside or warm outside. We can't go anywhere either. Okay? So just realize you're not missing anything. God bless everyone, each and every one, for supporting the channel. Right now is the time, if we ever did kind of need one another, a lot of times it's fun and games and we can just kind of, if I have time, I'll do it. If we ever did need anybody right now, I guess right now is the time. Even if it's like, okay, I'll sit there and watch Rob for an hour run his mouth. Hey, I got an hour of your day right there, okay? So you guys have a great, great night. God bless. Stay safe. I'll be around tomorrow if I'm able to be, and I'll certainly try to be. And who knows, may do another boxing match. G-Puck and I may have game 5. He's up 3-1 on me right now. He's got the Braves 2018. I got the Astros 2018. We're just not hitting. And I've got Verlander on the mound for us tomorrow, the next game. So we'll see what he can do for us. I need him to go 7-8 innings. We'll see what happens. Till I see you again, God bless. Have a great, great evening. Enjoy watching YouTube. Find stuff that can relax you. The news, the hell with it. Let them have it. You don't need it. Don Huston, thanks so much for checking the channels. We don't need the news, guys. The news is not going to tell us anything we don't already know. When they come up with a cure, come up with a vaccine, then tell us something. Until then, we don't really need to hear people telling us, well, these numbers are going up. We know it. We already know it. You're telling us what we know. So enjoy YouTube. Keep your computers charged and just, hey, have fun. Watch stuff that's funny. Try to stay in a light mood. It's a whole lot easier to do it that way. Eat enough, drink enough, and just be safe. Till I'll see you guys again. God bless, and we'll see you sometime this week. Bye-bye.